motherfucker, that's where I stay.
On the south side, we stay paid, motherfucker.
Man, what's the word? It's your boy ET here on EnoughTalkPodcast, man. We back. 2026. 6 years, first interview. This is a great one. You know what I'm saying? Owner, creator, entertainer. You know what I'm saying? And a whole bunch of things. We're finna get into it, man. What we got here? Introduce yourself.
What's going on, everybody? It's your young visionary Lafayette Taylor, R&B singer,
Yeah.
all the way from Fairbanks, Alaska. You feel me?
Yeah. Hey, man, Lafayette Taylor, for the ones, that don't know, the owner of 1SoundVibe Entertainment, Connections, Studio, and also producer, artist, you know what I'm saying, R&B. I know it's a label, we're going to get into that. And also, I'll say entertainer because you've been on, you've been on MTV and all that type of stuff too, but we're going to get deep into that. Let's first start off with, like what I always start off with is, let them know where you're from.
All right. I'm born and raised in Fairbanks, Alaska.
Okay.
Since 15 years of my life, I was, I don't know if anybody knows where Fairbanks is at, but it's Anchorage, Alaska is a bigger city like Houston.
Okay.
And Fairbanks is like Pasadena, Texas or something.
Okay.
Y'all Houstonians know what Pasadena, Texas look like.
Okay. Hey, man. Damn, Alaska. Got another Alaska. I remember we interviewed, Emma was a female artist. She's a gospel artist. I didn't forgot her name, but she's from Alaska also, though. But growing up in Alaska, how was it? Like, how long you was in Alaska? You was born there?
Born and raised, 15 years.
15 years old.
I had so much freedom in Alaska. People always think it's cold all the time. It's not cold all the time.
Okay.
It's only cold around the winter time. On my birthday in October, it starts to snow. That's when the snow starts, you know what I mean? Then we have about 2 p.m. be pitch dark through the day. Summertime is almost 24 hours of daylight. Like when the sun set, that's how it looks the rest of the night, overnight and everything else.
Damn.
So, shoot, if you have any native in you get paid every month, $1,000 every month. If you have any native in your family, shoot, every year, October, everyone gets paid too, about $3,000, tax-free, everything out there. So, it's a good place for fishing, raise a family. So it's, hey, man, we smart out there. We heckin' smart. I could have moved up 2 grades if I moved to Houston. If I moved to California, I moved up a grade.
Okay.
Actually, I stayed in my grade. I didn't want to move up.
Okay, cool. That's what I was about to ask. How was school out there? Like, how was it? Is it like diverse? Like, you got African Americans out there? Do we see Latinos out there?
Oh, you see it all.
Indians?
Oh, yeah, you definitely see them.
Yeah.
It's a native land. We definitely see they balling out there, boy. But it's definitely cultural. You'll see Black, white, Hispanic, Samoans, a lot of Samoans in Anchorage, Alaska. It's very a lot of racial. You see Blacks, of course, most of the time you might be related to. Okay. But other than that, there's a lot of people out there.
Okay, no, that's fine. Me, just for my personal, interest, because I be watching like Discovery and Channel and stuff like that, Geographic. What type of animals do you see out there?
Okay, so that's why I wish I want to do a real movie out there.
Yeah,
I'm tired of people seeing all the snow. They do that for a reason. I already know in my head that why they do that.
Yeah,
they don't want y'all there.
Understand? We
get this money.
Yeah,
it's tax free. It's gold out there.
Yeah,
oil too. So it's like, they don't want y'all out there. This is overpopulated Alaska, I guess. But honestly, there's moose out there. There's bears out there. Different types. Like it's wintertime, you might see a moose in your backyard, chilling, the whole family.
Damn,
I know it happened with mine. It's snow about this tall. And I look in the backyard, the mama, daddy, the son, the daughter, and the uncle back there. I'm like, see? And all they gotta do is step over the fence. The snow's so high, they just step over the fence. It's crazy.
Yeah, see, that's why I asked that. Because I be watching, again, like Geographic stuff, watching live PD and stuff like that. They be showing, like, the police be going out there handling the bears and stuff like that, getting bear calls. And another one with the law, because it's a law that y'all got out there in Alaska is that y'all can be public intoxicated if I'm not mistaken, right?
I was too young to know at the time. Okay. So now we probably can, but you don't need to be. Because I ain't gonna lie, like there's one thing about Alaska though is it's a good place to raise it, but it's the the husband and wife situation. For some reason, there's a thing. The husbands killed the wife and they killed themselves.
Understand?
It's a thing. I don't know why. Probably the whole dark shit like you see in the 24, that movie, whatever. I don't know. It's just weird. And then they're heavy on drugs out there. Heavy now on drugs. The drug game got way crazy out there now. So, we have gangs, everything. We have everything the same as any other state, any other city. It's just how we perceive it. Like I said, remember the little documentary that came out with in the hood, but it was over the snow time, of course. Like you see, every movie you see will never be summertime. Just think about it. Any movie you've seen about Alaska or anything you've seen about Alaska.
I think it was like the 30 days or something like that.
30
like
nights.
Right? The vampire type look? Yeah, that's I picture Alaska. Shit.
Keep being scared of Alaska, y'all. Y'all good.
Damn. Okay, no, damn, but like you say, like it's family stress out there, relationship stress, a lot of just stress. But even though it's a lot of good with like the benefits and stuff, because I know like you'll work for your living and stuff like that, or you get paid. No, they pay for your rent or something like that. They pay you to live out there.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. So basically, if you have any native in your family and any children, you get like $1,000 per child a month or per person in that household.
Wow.
And then around, and then October, the dividend, everyone gets a dividend in the whole state. That's about $2,000, $3,000, whatever it is now. Okay. Just for staying there.
Okay.
And like I said, the one thing about Alaska, though, we smart. There's a lot of smart individuals out there. All you do is focus on studies and sports, crazy in sports, or in music too. Like, because you have nothing but to focus on that. But a lot of people are just so scared to move out of Alaska. They're scared of the real world.
I wonder what makes them, be scared to move.
Man, I don't know. But all I know is a lot of them leave and go back.
I understand.
They're like, this is what the real world is like. I was like, oh gosh. A lot of people that is cold in sports. Yeah. They were just so scared, or they did go to a different college like Louisiana. One of them went to Louisiana, or one of them went to Arizona, but they end up back in Alaska, back being a fisherman. Man. But they make money. The fishermen make some cheese. But you doing that fisherman stuff during the winter time, that's when you get frostbites and stuff, and that's you have to deal with all that BS. But
oh my God, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do our regular fish like how we do out here in Galveston, Akima, in the warm time.
Yeah, fish is lovely though. Fish is lovely though during the summer.
Yeah. Okay. Now, would you say everybody go back? Would you go back?
Yes.
Okay. What would make you want to go back though?
I want to spot out there. First of all, I'm going to build a studio out there because my family keeps asking me that lives out there still, and bring some. Because shout out to Lady Nate, Soaring High Entertainment. She did the tour out there in Anchorage. They went to Anchorage, Alaska. So we're bringing back, there's a lot of talent out there. It just needs some resources, and as far as that incentive to be out there. Even just to have a spot out there and have an address out there, some incentives. Okay. So, like I said, I definitely would go back. I haven't been since I left. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm planning on going back this year actually.
Okay, that's fire, man. I hope you end up, making your way back out there. Now, from there, 15 years old, then where did you move to?
California.
Yeah. Now, let us know the California experience during your teens, as a young adult.
Oh man, my dad, first of all, when we first moved out there, before we moved out there, I told my parents, no one's gonna stop me from my goals, not even y'all. Yeah. I told them that to their face. Yeah. At 15 years old. Yeah. It's like, okay. And then so at that time we had pulled up to Sacramento. Yeah. It's not Sacramento. Sacramento. Went to Sacramento.
San Francisco.
And so we went there. It was Sacramento. Yeah. As soon as we pulled up, the landlord. I looked at the house one time. The landlord called. It's like, we just sold the house. Can't live here no more. Damn. And so my dad, rest in peace, he had called his auntie, his sister, which was my auntie, and Figueroa on 43rd, South Central LA. And it was like, yo, we need to stay with her and her two older adults in the 2-bedroom. There was my little sister, my mom, my dad, my grandpa, and I. Okay. And when I got there, my dad was like, yo, it's a little different. These girls going to approach you, people going to approach you, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, gotta know a single soul out there, not a single soul. So we get picked up because in California, you have to go to a different school, the opposite side of town, to the gang related situation. I went to Venice High School, where the beach is at. Yeah. Okay. So I was staying in the hood, but with an hour away from school.
And that's just because of more healthier purposes than going to a nearby hood.
Well, you can't. They'll deem you to go to that school because, like I said, they don't want those gangs are so prominent. I don't know how it is now.
Yeah,
it's so big out there. They don't want your people to be so close.
Yeah,
because you have to be in a different hood. It's just a lot. It's back then in 2001. There's a lot. You wear black, they think you're blood, all kind of stuff. It's just green. The colors mattered.
Yeah,
it mattered now, but it's a little different now out there.
More vicious as we used to hear about.
It was more vicious back then. I got banged on one time. I was walking to school. Like, where set you from? Hey, I'm just going to school.
Yeah.
Respect, got you.
That's real.
And then I wore red all the time. Red's my favorite color. But I went to all Crip school. Short line, been in short line Crips. But my personality carried me over. Like I said, when I first got out there, my personality just carried me over. I'm from Alaska. Personality carried over. They used to come to me like, "Are you good? You good Alaska?" They call me Alaska. You good Alaska? Because I made a bracelet like this. And I put it Alaska right here, and I had it tied to my pinky and stuff, so it tied around, so it said Alaska. Man, so I wore that. So I was a designer right there. So I'm Alaska. So anybody mess with you? Nah. If they fuck with you, let me know.
Hey, that's real though.
Let me know, because you good with me. I was like, cool. And I'm wearing blooded out. You know what I mean? So it's just like, when you got good aura, it's just like people know that. Yeah. They know. So that my experience out there was crazy. The women was crazy. From there, my first year after that, cause I was in sports too. I was in football and season at the time, varsity football, and I made a varsity team out there. The next day was basketball trials. I was like, what? I just got out here. It's just football season just started. Yeah. Didn't even have their first game yet. It was like basketball trials. I was like, that's how they do it out here? And I tried out for the basketball team in football shape. It was a whole different shape. Mm-hmm. Made a lower squad of basketball, but they told me to pick a sport. I said, are you serious? And that's when life started happening when it came to sacrifices.
Okay, so talking about them sacrifices, you want to dive into them, like to where you had some choices to make or where you wanted to be in life, basically?
Yeah, so, at that time, and then I was in... I met this guy named Jay. He set up 746. That's my best friend and like my brother in Cali. And he was singing to some girls and doing one of the first day I was there at the fire alarm drill. I'm gonna bust on this fool real quick. So I went over there, started singing Boys to Men. He joined in like, oh shit, we should do a group. And so that's happened. And then like I said, basketball, I still did basketball, but I started the singing group, and that's when I was around. Then we got a manager during the summertime, when the clown dances were prevalent, when clown dances first really started. So I was around, people try to battle me from Tommy Clown's crew and stuff like that. Tie-Dyes, all of them. Yeah. I was around all them guys. Yeah. Okay. They was like, they'll come to me because they're like, oh, I need to battle him. I wasn't a clown, I'm a pop locker. I danced.
You know how to dance, but you weren't on some pumping, baby.
Nah, but I did that. I could do it too. Okay. And they still would battle me. So it's like, oh, he like, whatever. I ate them alive. Yeah. Right.
That's fire experience. You got the, experience that, like, basically first generation of that, huh? Oh
yeah. So we were doing that at Lamert Park. Lamert Park is where they film Moesha at. That's where we used to practice and rehearse and stuff. But when I moved to Pasadena, so the sacrifice of me going back and forth as a 16-year-old, 2-hour bus train ride to practice with the group. They were younger than me. They didn't do all that. Until one time, but that was about it. Other than that, I sacrificed every weekend going down there. And then I had a full-time job at the same time in high school, full-time in sports, full-time music. When I got to the 11th grade, I moved to Pasadena. I was in Pasadena High School. I still kept basketball, but ended up picking up track because I was doing pickup game at gym time. And the track coach stopped the game. Like, you see that Lafayette? See what? You rebound. Yeah, I got a rebound. Your elbows above the rim. Yeah, I got hops. Yeah. I got hops, they come in Air Alaska, Yeah. Oh, you doing the track team. What? My parents never wanted me to do a track because I had flat feet. They wanted me to rest because I did basketball, football, music. I just kept doing, always active.
Just active.
Yeah, so, and I joined track anyway. I jumped like 5'8" that year, or 5'10". It was, my form sucked. But my senior year, I let go of varsity basketball for music. The coaches were pissed. Like, what 18-year-old get away to get a track scholarship or to do a the possible basketball scholarship, even possible football scholarship. And I kept music, and I kept my first year really doing track. Became a beast. Ended up getting a sponsorship for Walt Butler, Olympian.
Yeah.
Give me shoes. Take me to the hills. I had this 10th grader that was underneath my wing, fastest guy on the team. I was a jumper, high jump, triple jump, long jump. First place, every fucking meet, except for a couple times. Our arch rivals, they finally beat me. My thing was high jump. I jumped 6'7" that year too. But one away from going to state too. You know, I had prom the night before. I had to go, I ate too well that night. That day, my assistant coach let me eat too much French toast. And I hit the bar with my heel. And I come in at the height, 6'1". That's the height I come in at. I don't jump anything less than that. And I didn't make it.
Yeah.
I was so hot.
Yeah.
And the lowest was that.
Yeah.
But ended up getting a track scholarship, full ride, ended up getting a music scholarship, full ride. But I didn't want to go to 4-year. I felt I was going to be signed to a label. So I went to a 2-year instead. And I got signed to Sony. Then I was on MTV's Next. They called me that first. I was the first one on TV out of school, high school as well. And from there on, and I started just doing a lot. I was on with my boys, you know, from Thursday, K Young, right? Just a lot of BTK, a lot of people around. Like,
so that's what I wanted to get into that part for sure of like, because you say basically Sony with the music part. Because again, but first I want to ask you, do you feel like everything happens for a reason why you didn't make that correct bar jump?
That wouldn't have deterred anything for me. I still would have been doing music.
Yeah. So you still, at the end of the day, knew that your path wanted to be music.
Oh yeah, all day. It's just getting my butt in college right now. Okay, you know.
So you was basically.
But I had a goal. I was that nigga in high school.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't know anybody in Pasadena when I went there too, but I became that guy. Just like in LA, the school that we got picked up from, those girls made a cheer about me, basketball cheer about me. We never even played them.
And they knew you.
They knew me.
That's right.
There's people in that city knew the new person from Alaska that was out there. For some parent freaking reason, I was just known. My personality carried me over. I was going to parties, you know, not too many parties, but I was going to look at different things. But I was singing and dancing around school all day long. You know what I mean? So, and then I had a crew called Jigahos, you know, in my 12th grade year in high school. You know, we meant something. The whole party was still true, but we all had goals in life. We had rules. You know, can't lie to females because they deserve to be lied to. We had, you know, and we were mentored for kids.
Stuff, basically,
yeah, some morals. Yeah,
okay. That's fire though. Now then, when you, because you say you got the music scholarship, right? The music scholarship helped you get introduced to Sony.
No.
Like, how did that happen? That's what I'm basically trying to lead to. How did the experience lead into you getting involved with Sony? Because Sony is what had helped you get on MTV Next, right? Oh, damn. So what?
No, I was in the system. I was in the system with MTV already. I was in the system.
Okay.
I signed up for a casting agency.
Oh, okay, yeah.
As well.
So you was really scouting and really.
Yeah, I was out there. I was on a Yin Yang Twin pilot. I was doing that thing, but they didn't ever, because they was bullshit. That's why that pilot never came. They had a whole TV series that they didn't air out because they want to have a 4-hour-long conversation in the bathtub while everybody's on set. Hey, but it was fun though, you know.
Not for real.
Go Lottie, you know how they talk. Go Lottie, you know, I'm over there.
This shit real fire though, for sure.
But you know, because you know, in California, I joined a thing called Central Casting. That's for extras, being extra work. You should join too, just to you know, it's online based now too. It used to just call in line and listen to all the tapings and what's available. You fit the description, you call in, they had your background and stuff like that. But this was this one, they came up to my college and they came up to my college. No. They came up to my college and it was like they came to my college and was scouting. They came up to me. You should try out for MTV. Okay. And I went to Santa Monica Pier, and there had like 5 of us, 10 of us guys lined up and asked us questions. What do you like the girl? What do you like the girl? I didn't know what you know what I mean?
You didn't even know what the show was about to be about.
We didn't know what we auditioned for. We were just getting in their system.
Mm-hmm.
That was a getting in their system audition. So the next thing they called me, hey, we got you on MTV's next. This is the second thing. Okay. We're gonna pick up your own limo. We're gonna pay you $100 to be on the show, and any minute on top of that, you get on top of that. Then you get to pay you and everything. So did that, and it was fun. It was super fun, I was on different TV tapings. I was on other TV tapings. I really should have went, because when you're on there, you're networking. Everybody on there, starving actors, artists, model, whatever.
Never know who you on side of.
And then plus, you always go to be an extra because you want to get good with the director or whoever, the casting directors and stuff too. So they calling me, yeah, Lafayette, get this, Lafayette, go Lafayette, hey Lafayette. I was on Slim Village and Dwelly video with in UK. I'm on the video of that dancing and stuff. I could have been on what's it called? Gridiron Gang. I should have went to the audition.
Damn, so Gridiron Gang was shot out there?
Yeah.
Damn. Of course. Well, the story it tells you about like some shit that's going on in Cali though.
Yeah, man. It was a lot. And then my dancer in college, he introduced me to I found out later on, my cousin, which we traveled a lot after that, after my next section we get to. But yeah. But and he's well and heavy into film and music industry. And I got introduced to him from my dancer when I was dancing in college and entertaining.
Okay, yeah, nah. Okay, and then with Sony, how was the experience to ride with Sony though?
Oh yeah, that's right. The Sony came about from, actually my auntie had passed away. And I had to go to Pittsburgh, California. And then my cousin had a label with Sony. A sub label underneath, so he was underneath Sony with distribution. So that's what I got, Too Tight Entertainment under Sony distribution.
Okay.
But then I introduced him to a model chick, which he messed me over for, rest in peace, because but he pushed me to the side for this model chick. I was like, really, dude? Really? She was bad too. She played me too. Like, what? I introduced you. You know what I mean? Because he wanted to put some baby oil on her.
Oh, man. Not the baby oil.
The baby oil, yeah.
Nah, man. Yeah, dang. Not in Sony. But nah, damn, okay. No, this is fire. This is some for sure knowledge, for sure. As like you got a lot of experiences. Creative, active, you know what I'm saying? And basically expressive, because just bold to go sing, you know what I'm saying, to the girls and stuff. That's what you say is basically started with and whatnot. Man, yeah, nah, that's fire as heck though. So you give us that. You can walk past it.
What's fire is that ring right there, brother.
Oh.
That gold. No, that one right there.
Oh yeah.
Swivel. I always used to have one by now.
Yeah.
My dad's ring. Now I used to just have a round ring on my finger just for anxiety.
Yes, you see.
You gotta spend the bucket of that.
Nah, for real. So though, that's good knowledge. So let's lead into where it comes down to you coming to Houston.
All right. So in 2005, 2006.
How old was you too with this? Give her age. I know you gave her a good.
I think I was 20. 21.
Okay, 21.
21 when I started. Let me say this to lead up to it. 21 when I started traveling, because my older cousin and I, we wanted to play a singing group with me included. That's what. So we started going around the states, auditioning singers. This is the same time that Making a Band started. They started doing the same thing at the same time. I mean, the black version of Making a Band, the P Diddy version. They already had the other version with the other groups, but the P Diddy version started at the same time. We were doing our thing. And we ended up in Houston. His first part of the family stay out here in Texas, in Dallas, and East Texas, and Houston. So we came out here in 2007. We were really kind of stationed out here. It was like, okay, we found some singers and stuff like that, talked to people, but then we were about to leave. Then someone asked them about helping them open up a bail bond company. He was like, "Want to stay?" Like, sure. Okay, we'll leave. Y'all find a building, and we'll come back and help you out. And from there, they didn't find a building. Okay. And I had to come. We came back, and that December, I found us a building on Houston Avenue, down the street from here. And that's when I started learning about permits and everything else, how to put business together and that. Because, you know, I went to school for business management, which I never finished because I started traveling with my cousin. And I didn't just quit either, y'all. I asked my teachers, what should I do? And they was like, Lafayette, we miss school for reasons too. Don't miss this opportunity.
Okay.
And we'll get you back if we need to. So, just let y'all know. I just up and quit.
Okay, so what was the first business that you ended up opening?
So out here, and then I had a mentor at the time too, taxes. And then helping out with the first bail bonds. It was bail bonds. I was helping them out with the bail bond, helping set them free. Shout out to Set Them Free bail bonds. And we helped that I was there from 9 in the morning till 12 midnight, $100 a week. I had to make enough money for us to start getting employees. So I hustled, and I knew I needed to get around. I knew you needed to make more than $100 a week. So I knew about bond running, start hustling down there, start talking to people downtown. Girls would bring me food from, you know, hey, I was living life, telling people I'm from California and moving to Houston. Helped it out very well, y'all. That was like, oh, you're from Cali?
Hey, now look, just like Alaska, being from Alaska and telling, you know, in Cali, telling them you from Alaska, it helped out too.
Hey, it helped out because I got in a big accident and I got, using somebody else's car.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did someone miss court, and it was like, yo, you want to arrest this guy? I was like, huh?
Okay.
And I was like, bounty hunt? So I started doing that.
Damn.
And in 2010, I wanted to open my own bail bond company, so Nonstop Bail Bonds was formed because I work nonstop. So Nonstop Bail Bonds was formed. I was the youngest bail bondsman in the state of Texas. And up until 2015, and I had Nonstop Tax Service too and Nonstop Music Group at the same time. And I had a recording studio behind the small recording studio, photography, this size of the front area in the back of the bail bond company. Okay. And then from there, that's when I met my old business partner, Shakita Davis. Shout out Shakita, S. Davis Law Group. And we ended up forming Davis Taylor Artist Development Center. And then that was a 2,300 square foot location off of 39th and 290.
What year step is this?
That year was 2015.
Okay, 15.
That's when bail bonds was changing. And the old bail bondsman that was running the bail bonds, the sheriff, he's like, Lafayette, he came to me personally. Lafayette, you need to get out now. Because it's about to change. That's when they started doing PR bonds and everything else, all the bail. They're trying to get rid of bail. They still trying to get rid of bail. So I pivoted and was just doing that and still working the bail bounty stuff, intel work and stuff like that. But then, like I said, the business, we had the dance photography section, the dance room, and it was 2,300 square foot. Everything that I have now, that's where it started at. You know, from the small building to the bigger building, then that relationship. I wanted a personal relationship with her at that time, and because she wanted me a personal relationship. My bad, she wanted a personal relationship with me at the time, but I didn't want one. And I just wanted to work on the business. Then the landlord didn't want us there anymore after 3 years, and I was like, you know what? We can focus on on a relationship. But then I found 1SoundVibe, you know, and that was through 2018 when my father was passing away. Okay, dang. That's the next step.
Yeah, this was right before COVID, you know, 2 years and all that type. And catching on to what Houston was bringing with that of like the studio content. This is like right in the beginning, you know what I'm saying, of that type of industry.
And we had memberships at that time.
Yeah.
There was nobody on memberships at that time.
Yeah.
2015, we just wasn't big.
Yeah.
You know, at the time, because like I said, it was just a clash of this is that. But other than that, 2018 happened. That was a change in my life right there.
Okay.
Hey man, this is King Pat, EnoughTalkPodcast with the Quiz Down Pants. We are live directly in the top 3 recording studios in the city. Let me show you who he is and what it's about. Let's roll.
Oh, what's going on? Welcome to 1SoundVibe, man. Still.
We are live inside. Let me show you the man, the myth, the legend. Tell them who you is.
What's going on, everybody? It's your young visionary Lafayette Taylor, and welcome to 1SoundVibe Recording Studios, top 3 recording studio in Houston, Texas. Right now, I'm gonna give you all a tour. Y'all ready? Let's go. All right, so over here, of course, we have a photography section. Boom, we see that. And underneath that, we actually have a lovely projector. So we have a projector for y'all. This is actually a dance studio as well, so you have the actual mirrors here, rehearsal space, and event space. At nice LED wall here, for, you know, what's that, mic drop, you feel me, or a nice podcast. Then, of course, right here is some of the affiliates we worked with. That's what we started off with. Catch that, Spread the Brand Radio. Right here is our actual chill section and podcast section. So when people are, you know, waiting for the next session to be out here chilling out, whatnot, or we might have a podcast like Enough Talk, you feel me? Over here, bathroom with a shower, you funky, you know what I mean? Sometimes we stay here overnight, so we gotta, you know, get it in the bathroom. And it's clean, y'all. You know, you can go in there you want to. Like I said, hey, we have a nice vending machine. We gotta fill it up though. These people are hungry, very hungry. But yeah, let me take y'all in the studios. All right, Studio B, the Black Orbit, y'all. So right here is a live sound room. We got the nice drum set, y'all. Yes, I'm a drummer. All the drummers come up in here. Come bang out something. Yes, we got the piano for all the piano players. Come and bang out the keys, you feel me? Then we got Studio B, single booth right here. So we got the single booth. Lovely. Every room in here changes colors, by the way. You got the TV right here so we can see what's going down. We got the AKG mic 217. You know what I mean? We got it all in here. You got to, you know, you sit down, guitar, you're a guitar player, get it in. Feel me? That's Studio B booths. Now let's go to the control room. So, love the control room. Got some lovely leather seats, you know what I mean? Get to sit down in a little plush. You feel me? But this is more so you bang out as a producer, bang out as an engineer, bang out by yourself. This is the spot right here. Very easy going. Come on here. All you gotta do is go to the actual, you know, Pro Tools right here. Boom. Set up the session. You get to go. Record yourself. Engineers, photographers, being here editing their photos as well. I mean, it's for everybody. Come in here without an engineer. Yes, and of course, we have the back door access for all the smokers as well. So come in here. Oh, hey Google, turn the lights to red. Yeah, we got those vibes. Cause you know what? It's that 1SoundVibe. Let's go Studio A. All right, y'all, we in the spaceship. Studio A where it go down. Yes, the spaceship. As you see, it's that long spaceship. We got the Ravens, you know, the two screens, you know what I mean? It's touch screen, but you know, don't put your dirty hands on my stuff now. We also got the Apollo. Every room's running an Apollo, y'all. Oh yeah, we have a nice little setup. This is where you want to be, feel like Michael Jackson. Up in here, you got that manly truth teller. Let you know if you suck or not. Yeah, you're gonna hear all of it. You got the screen right here too as well. You see it? You see it? Yeah, let you know what you're doing, talking to the engineer, or you record yourself as well. And then of course, I got the lovely phone holder where you can get that content. So yes, 1SoundVibe Studios is where it's at right here. We have the project-based studio ready for you. We have the sync licensing ready for you. We have the distribution ready for you. We have the EPKs ready for you. We got R&B unlocked, hip-hop, country, gospel, whatever the genre is, we got you at 1SoundVibe Studios. Go to www.1svstudios.com or at 1svstudios on Instagram, or just Google us, baby, 1SoundVibe. Yes. Oh yeah, guess what? The phone number is 832-779-7799. Yes, you heard what I said. Oh yeah, the address? We in the Heights. If you know where the Heights is at, you know we in good hands. 4306 and a half Lillian Street, Houston, Texas, 77007. It's the 1SoundVibe, and we gone.
Okay, yeah, no, we can get into 1SoundVibe. This is when the birth of 1SoundVibe. You know, because you came out here, you did the two recruiting run with the music, you know what I'm saying, category. Then you got to experience some different jobs and ownerships, and bro say he had a bro was doing, you was hunting people down.
Yeah.
And you sit there, had to, you learn financial though with that tax service though, huh?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I learned a lot, and you know, you gotta be careful who your mentors are, and keep your stuff safe too, y'all. Because I did get messed over by my mentor. Rest in peace. But you know, as far as even though you go to these schools, Jackson Hewitt or what's the other one called, whatever it's called, you just gotta make sure that the instructor knows what they're talking about. It can be one button that you don't push on that can cause you to be audited.
Facts.
Cause you money. Just one little button. On certain things.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
No, and that's some for real knowledge right there though. But no, so But you did say also the birth of 1SoundVibe, that's when you ended up losing your dad. So how did that go with you finally got like, because 1SoundVibe was your first official brand of you, you know, because the other ones you was like collaborating with others and stuff. So this is like your first official business baby.
Well, not necessarily. Nonstop was mine.
Okay.
Nonstop Music Group. But then
that's like more of a label though.
Yeah, it wasn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So then they, you know, I had a partnership with her, but before that, Nonstop Tax Up was all me.
Okay.
Nonstop Belleville was all me.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, in 2018, that's when I actually decided to do a bucket list and cross over Iota Phi Theta. You know what I mean? So I drove all the way out to California. That's the same. I wanted to do something for my father who passed away, transitioned. And he was, because at the time he was really fighting the cancer bad. And I was like, man, I want him to see something, you know? So I went out there and did my thing. And I crossed, and then I was like, I want a song, make a song for my dad. I want a Caribbean song. So I asked my late producer that passed away, Major League Beach. I asked them for a Caribbean song like 4 times. Like, yo, make a Caribbean beat. I don't want to make a Caribbean. You know how to make anything, bro. So one day he finally made it, and that's when YYY came out. And I kept saying, it's that 1SoundVibe. Did the whole thing. And I was like, I like that. Came 1SoundVibe, came everything. Then when we was closing the shop, we had 3 months left of Davis Taylor Art Development Center. I was like, I need a transition since they kicked us out all the way. So I went and researched. I started, because I started researching. Now Craigslist found this spot. I was like, ooh.
And this location is the first birth of it.
Yes.
Okay.
This is home. 7 years. 7 years. And 7 years and 2 weeks. So I came here. I looked at it. It was ugly looking. I was like, this is it. I had my other shout out to Cap, MC Capital K. He was my engineer at the other studio. I brought him over here. I said, you like it? He said, what is this? You want me to do studio? Oh, really? I said, yeah. Did you have a studio before you met up with us? He said, yeah. I said, you want a studio here? He's like, for real? Yeah, bring Icon Studio over here, bro. So he came over here, like it's a partnership with that, and I had my other, so it was all the people that started off with over there. So brought him here, built a family, built a legacy. Then that's when I put YYY out. I had the best freaking, oh my gosh, the first time we opened up, we did a soft opening. And the first person I had reached out to that helped me out with this, Mike's fiance, shout out to Mioka. She had helped me out with her and a couple other people that I met. And I asked 5 people to invite 5 people to this grand soft opening called 1SoundVibe Connections. Get what I'm saying? Yeah, you see that? So I always call my events 1SoundVibe Connections. So 65 people came. 65 people came that day for the soft grand opening. Off of just 5 people saying we're going to invite 5 people each. Then from there, it just trickled down. And it was the birth, and from there, me promoting my music helped the location thrive, especially during COVID. We was killing it. That's how we became the top 3 in Houston from Google and all that stuff because of COVID, and we just thrived on, like I said, helping people out and bringing that aura here. We had a lot of underground legends in this place. We had writers camps. I write for the group H-Town, the group Shy, there's people coming in here. Devin and Dude, shout out to Al B. Yeah, Al B produced some of his tracks, Al B Dixon, shout out to Al B, Eric Rashad, the team, we've been working. We had my boy Elijah Bates from California. That way we engineered him. James J engineering NFL players, NBA players. But they don't last here because they be trying to they don't want nobody to tell them anything. They were like, oh, I'm good. No, your song sucks, brother. I ain't gonna tell you who I tell that to, but but we had everybody here. Waka Flocka's been here. We had the G Unity Foundation. I'm part of that. And the G Unity, when they did the whole little 50 Cent thing out here, they rehearsed here. Lloyd Banks, was all here. They're all here. You know what I mean? So we just silent. We're a project-based studio. But like I said, when we opened out 1SoundVibe though that year, it was one of the best years though, up until now.
And wow, this is while you was dealing with your dad's situation too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and he passed away that year, and like I said, from there, like I said, this thing started. I was wearing this ring every day. My mom gave me another ring last year, so I put that one both. Actually, holds the other one in. I got a little smaller. I feel powerless without it. Literally, I'll freak out.
Ring at Marty.
I'll be here like, where ring at? I gotta go back home, y'all.
I feel that, man. Hey. Peace to King Taylor.
Taylor Hall, yeah.
Nah, for real. Okay, yeah. Then from here, let's get more into your artistry though. To where like do you have any albums out?
I have singles out.
Singles only?
Mm-hmm.
So
singles
what's
only.
Up with the albums? What makes you just drop singles only though?
Well, I was gonna drop an album at that time, but I wanted to when I dropped those four singles or 4 or 5 singles that I was pumping them out in those 2 years. And I was like, okay, I need more distribution. I need some more business stuff going on. And then I was like, okay, I want an 8,000 square foot facility, so got to end up getting a production facility at the same time. I wanted the business because I was like, I keep doing this and my music go to nowhere. I need the resources, all the resources, more things going on. And I don't, plus I don't have all the money and to just go to this place or this person. So I'm gonna create a community for like-minded individuals helping each other for little to no money. And so me utilizing that, I didn't get a chance to put out an album. But now, like I said, I'm gonna be putting out an album right now. I'm releasing singles, like the new single that I have called Broken, that's out on all streaming platforms. Yeah. It's part of an album called Poetry Heartbreak.
Okay, so that's upcoming.
Yes.
Finally finna drop your album. And you can always have with all of those, you can always drop an EP. I always tell artists this because they'll have so many just pieces in the vault, but don't even drop a little project when that's needed though. You know what I'm saying?
It's coming out. Those songs are actually going to be part of an album called The Writer's Journey. Lafayette Anthony Taylor, The Writer's Journey.
Okay.
So those are going to be in the album, but not at this moment. But now I'm revamping everything and re-promoting everything like it's new, dropping it on the new distributions and stuff like that, and go from there. So it's going to be coming on the whole album, and those streams that I accumulated is going to help me with that album. Okay. You feel me? Just like the Cardi B effect.
No, I understand. Never type Rihanna type. Yep.
For sure.
No, for real. And then, for the people that know, we really live in, you know what I'm saying, the 1SoundVibe studio.
Oh, yeah. Come on in. Fall through. But yeah, man.
Okay, and then let's dive into the single Broken. Where did you get the name? The meaning?
Okay, so let's go back. Remember I was telling you about my old partner Shay?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so that's the song is partially about her, and just being us men, we go through so much and we don't get a chance to express it.
Facts.
And in that year, it was when COVID started. I made that when COVID started. So my boy, rest in peace, Major League, he was doing a poetry challenge because it's a company called Poetry Over Beats. So he was doing a poetry challenge on Instagram. And it was that beat. I was like, let me take this beat and do an R&B song to it without him knowing. And so I did that. I was on Live Me, and it was about 300 people watched me create that song. And then once again, Mioka, she helped with a couple lines. She was there. It was crazy how that happened. Because I'm over here trying to right my wrongs to somebody because I really wanted to be with that person. And I was trying to right my wrongs, but do you see your wrong? Do you see too? I'm over here. I'm trying to put it out there. You know what I mean? I thought get rid of the business and focus on our personal women, all right. But nah, somebody was mad. Really? Really now?
Hey,
it's going straight to you. So anyways, but I think it definitely helped me. It was my growing point. you know, it was COVID too. So one day I was singing about love songs, breakup, child, crying. Next day I was Lafayette Anthony Taylor. I'm that nigga. The next day I'm Blim. Just our cartoon character. Then the next thing you know, I'm just grooving songs. I want to dance. You know, it was every day. It was a different, hot or cold. It was fun though.
Yeah, no, for real. And then like you got the name of it though. Now is we finna see a visual of it though?
Yeah,
because that's what I wanted to get on too before I even just dive with that. Like I don't think I saw any visuals of you yet. You got any music videos?
Not for this one yet. I just have teasers.
Okay.
Little teasers. But I might do a little something.
And no, Mike, if y'all artists, this is something that's needed. I'm always tell artists is like
because I have a storyline. There's a storyline to it.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
so we should see some. What the fuck? What do I want to say? Like R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying?
Usher caught up. That
Mr. Big's contagious type, like cinematic story with the music, and that's something that's needed today, because we don't see that much today. Everybody's just fast paced, one verse. That's it. It's gonna be
a simple video too. It's gonna be a nice simple video.
Okay.
You know, I been wanting to do this for the longest, but like I said, it leads into the next song.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, part two.
Part two.
Yeah.
But I have singles that are in between that's gonna just be out there as well. Dropping music.
Yeah.
But you will see a visual.
Yes.
You definitely will see a visual for it.
As again, this is just my little input. As y'all artists, those are needed. Albums, projects, visuals. The music is just the music, but you gotta give the other two with it though. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. So I'm giving, just like I said, small visuals until then.
I understand.
That's what I've definitely been doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, though, and then it leads to where like now you have, even though you had so many were partnered with, had so many music groups, all of that. Now you have a R&B label in the process or in the mix, or is it existing already?
Oh, it's already existing. 1SoundVibe Entertainment. It's been sitting here, sitting on dust for 7 years now with the 1SoundVibe Studios. You know, so it's been 7 years. I was just the main artist, and so me being the team now, I'm excited.
And what's the name of it? The
1SoundVibe Entertainment.
No, the label. And
1SoundVibe Entertainment.
It was something. The R&B something. I had something song with that.
Well, we're R&B led label.
Okay.
Yeah, we're R&B first. Okay. So we're R&B Southern label. R&B, then hip hop. Then we're going to do other country, rock, gospel, all the rest of the genres. But we're R&B first.
Okay.
R&B, then hip hop.
Well, that's like your main. You was starting off singing, and then all the rest of the entertainer keys or artist keys of dancing and all that type. So but heck yeah, we just want to see you on them stages, man, and want to hear more of R&B-ness and hear you on the radio, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we gonna get it, because my team, shout out to Diamond Entertainment, you know what I mean? CCO in the building.
For real.
Then I got, we have God Made, you know what I mean? He's helping with the rollouts and everything else, executive for that. I forget all the label names and stuff, but all the execs, and we got Lady K, you know what I mean? So shout out to Soaring High Entertainment as well. And then we got BB Management, shout out to Brittany. Like I said, so we have conglomerates that we came together, like I said, that 1SoundVibe. And we're definitely gonna make some noise.
Okay.
Definitely are. We're gonna show that there are real label services that actually work and actually want to help artists out, and then some.
Okay.
And then of course, because this year is definitely an R&B year.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed, but everybody as in the R&B industry is coming back out again this year, touring all day long, all year long. It's gonna be a lot of so much R&B. So we're in the process of trying to make love again, y'all. And there's men that are kind of tired. We're trying to tell y'all we tired of y'all women breaking our hearts too at the same time. So
and there ain't that many crime music, men crime music, begging music. That's what they used to call it type, But we'll hit at that like, you know.
Yeah, you know, we got the
Flexing,
girls
you
talking about
know.
folded and stuff and all this extra stuff. You know, we got to come out with something. You know, thanks. You know, shout out to CB. You know, and the writers that wrote that. You know, the residual song and stuff. But you know, like I said, we got some joints out there. There's a lot of, especially in Houston, there's a lot of underground underdogs. I call it, because I love underdogs. That's my main thing. I'm an underdog, and there's so much talent that you just don't know about as far as the R&B realm. It's like, where y'all at? Where y'all been at? Everything looks immaculate, but none of us heard of you out here.
Facts.
Even your music is immaculate. Facts. The look, everything. But they, once again, it's just the people that are around and different things, or with the know-how, or maybe most of them, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of them are the ones I did find out, they're not buzzing here. They're just not buzzing here, but they got a name somewhere. But they got a name somewhere there. I was like, oh.
I don't see them none of that. And Mike, he be mainly in Atlanta doing this thing in ATL and stuff. So I don't see him perform and stuff like that here. I don't even see really any R&B artists perform and stuff like that here. Only, you know, it's all in Rap City almost.
Yeah, only people you'll see perform here is all neo soul artists. That's who you'll see. Neo soul and R&B, we the same, but we're kind of different.
Okay. The
live singers, we are live singing city. We are live singer city. That's you'll know the singers if you go to the live singers scene. You know what I mean? That's how you'll know. But those live singers are not studio singers, and they don't have albums. They don't have records. They're cover singers.
That's facts.
And it kind of sucks because they got some raw talent. But I had a couple of them come to the studio before, but they just can't. You know, like I said, these are studio singers and there's live singers, and some studio singers can't sing live. Or entertain or something like that. This is you missing. Some people missing it, all of it, or got one part of it, or not all of it. But they're out here though.
Okay, no. So but we gonna get back into the losses. You had another 1SoundVibe. This was your first studio, but you had another studio, 1SoundVibe Connection. You know what I'm saying? What made you want to do that and create that little content? You know what I'm saying? Real. Or field or studio just straight for content creators, photography, all that type?
Well, it was a 1SoundVibe Connection is a multi-creative business complex that we had. That was created because, like I said, when I first had our first event here, I called it 1SoundVibe Connections. I was getting my hair cut on the side. My boy Jay Costa was cutting my hair, which was the barber at 1SoundVibe Connections. And I just, like I said, I wanted to do the legwork for people. I seen what was missing. Okay, I'm a dancer. Yeah. I love dance studios. I love events. You know, I wanted a concert spot too as well. And I wanted to do business, conference rooms. I wanted to label my headquarters as well for radio, spread the brand radio, and podcasts. Then I wanted to be able to house other individuals, like-minded individuals, willing to help each other out. It was a whole ecosystem. You know, connect, create, and build. That's our model.
Correct.
And so I was able to house, you know, the models, the photographers, you know, videographers, the podcast, the radio stations, the store owners, the movies, you know.
Facts.
It was man, I mean, everybody touched that in the city.
Facts.
I mean, everybody. If you haven't, I mean, but everybody's touched. And it's crazy because some people didn't know they touched it because they either went on one side or the other. Correct.
That's what it was. A lot of people like, because, you know, we linked in with you of doing content there last year and stuff, and a lot of people were saying that they saw this side, like they familiar with the space, but they only saw this side. They never saw the other side.
Right.
And that was fire though. Yeah. When did that exist? When did you build that one?
I built that in 2022.
Okay, after COVID.
2022. Because I was already looking the year after we opened this one. I was already looking for the location. And that's when I had other partners I was about to partner up with that then COVID hit. And I was like, you know what? We'll wait till after COVID, found a spot, and went on from there.
Okay, yeah. And then it leads into where, like, you end up having to shut that down. How you feel about that, man?
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I'm straight with it, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to give nobody else my money no more like that. You know, they can keep that, you know. At the end of the day, 1SoundVibe Connections was never about a facility. It's about the people in the facility. It's 1SoundVibe Connections still in the city. Yeah. You know, like I said, our classroom set is at Iconic Studio, Jalea's spot. Our jail set is at Carl Green FX Studios. So our membership models and still when we playing in the city in different locations, so you can have a membership here and our double membership here at another location. So ain't nothing to stop. It's called pivoting.
No,
you know what I mean?
And
so, and I was able to go to California for a whole month. I'm about to be back and forth. I was able to open my other studio out there for our personal projects and stuff in the living quarters. So I'm back in LA, so hey, it's go time.
Yeah. And then I want to get into because for the ones that's familiar with you, when you being on our episode, and we was talking about just losses, mental. We was talking about what is it men, mental health. Mm-hmm. Of course, basically like that. But you want to dive into that because I know you ended up losing best friends. We already spoke about with your dad. You know what I'm saying? And a couple of more other losses to where going through some little health stresses, all that type.
Oh man. Yeah, it's been a lot.
Yeah.
People think it's easy.
Facts.
And especially when I had the connections, everyone thought I want one of those.
Facts.
No, you really don't.
Facts.
Unless you know what the hell you're doing. You know what I mean? And even when people come, I want a studio. No, you don't. Unless you know what the hell you're doing. And get a membership. Then they get a membership and they are lost, even just know what they want to do. I'm like, and you thought about getting a studio on your own, and you don't even know how to turn on this computer. Or you don't know how to work, you don't know this, but you're going to get your own studio. Do this. I mentored at least 10 different places out in Houston, y'all, that opened up. Some opened up and closed already, and some are still there, but they think they got it all, you know what I mean? And hey, so... But what was the question again? The mental health. The mental health part of it, it's a lot. It's a lot to undertake. And then I got engaged, and that didn't end up working out. I ended up losing 3 people for 1SoundVibe. Prominent people. First was Major League, True 100, and then also it's a Free Root sister as well. So it's it really hurt. Mm-hmm. It really, really hurt. And they were very prominent in 1SoundVibe, and they were going hard. I mean, when they going hard, 1,000% hard, repping. They seen the vision, and if people seen the vision before even the place was empty. Yeah. When the place was empty, I was giving a tour just like the same tour you got when everything was in there. Before anything was in there. This gonna be because I'm a visionary. But the stresses happened. I got into an car accident. A carpal tunnel happened. Scalene pectoral. Sciatica pain. But I'm still, moving around, doing my thing. But, those losses and then having to deal with the pain as well. Mm-hmm. And then the stress of trying to keep the facility open. And then stress of trying to make sure everyone gels together. And then family as well. Mm-hmm. It was a lot, but I always have faith, and I always keep positive, and I always, do my best to pay it forward. I helped a lot of people. I always think, helping the next person pay it forward. I always plant my seed and take one step, drop my seed, help that water, and while I'm still taking that step. Like I said in the day, you may not be on the same path as me now. You may get left behind, but hey, keep walking. You may catch up. I'm gonna still help water. As long as you're there. So at the end of the day, because I'm on a goal to be a billionaire, and I need another millionaire to be around me. I need to create, and I'm going to create a lot of millionaires around me.
Nah, that's hard. And me, I always want to dive into this type of stuff because this is the reality part of just us humans in these type of spaces, in all types of spaces. You know what I'm saying? That we really do deal with. This stuff is really real. To where a lot of people be hiding it or shedding it or trying to make it seem like it ain't, when the health, the mental, all that shit plays a part in anything that we do.
It does, it's, especially now they got you on pills. I found out they said I had ADHD. Like, oh really? Who doesn't?
Just because how active
yeah. So then, but I had to take this gabapentin, and I stopped taking that. I just, I don't. It's just a lot that you had to do. It just kind of brings your morale down. That's why I stopped taking the pills and stuff like that. But I always upfront with my feelings. You know, I might, if I'm going through a female problem or a financial problem or whatever it may be, I just always tell my team, I always try to be upfront as possible because, you know, at the end of the day, I can say something that help you out too at the same time, or you may have something that maybe would help me out. I had a psych therapist and a regular therapist that I go to, online, talk to them.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that, to be able to talk to people and express yourself. You know, communication is make or break you in life. In life.
Facts.
If I don't communicate that I feel like I want to do something bad to somebody, then I didn't communicate that to someone to stop me to do that, or whatever. And I did, communication. I could have communicated. I'm not feeling right in the head right now. You know what I mean? You gotta communicate that stuff because people don't know. They only assume.
Facts.
They see all the glitz and glamour. You see all the stuff online, y'all. Don't pay attention to everything online. We have to do that shit. We have to. In order for you to buy in, we have to be this person.
Clickbait is real.
You know what I mean? But there's more authentic people that really make it. There are the more authentic people.
Facts.
Not the phonies. So
Facts.
What you see on me is authentic. It's real. It's being true to myself. So yeah.
Man, that's deep as hell for sure. That's deep. That's real gems. That's very needed. Because again, there's other people that be feeling like they by themselves in this or in those type of states and all that type. And then again, like how you say, communication is key because if you don't verbally get it out, you're gonna physically explode, and that's gonna put you in situations that you really didn't want to be in, but you was just, you had to let it out some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Because now we leading into wrapping this up though. Again, I like how super like expressive you been and where it leads you to. I like how just super connective. You know what I'm saying? What is the motto? It's connect, create,
and build.
Man, that's damn near how it sounds like your whole life for sure, man. Connecting, creating, and build for real.
It has.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all my principles, like that one, and then I have that other one: research, listen, learn, apply.
Fire.
I'm just an intern.
Fire. Nah, facts of life, because that is the key too. That's the student gym, basically.
Yes.
That's gems for students right there. Them are the keys that you need for sure as just a human being, a life student. You know what I'm saying?
If you think you know it all, you don't fail.
Facts at all.
You don't fail life at that point.
Facts. Nah, that's fire though, for sure, man. But new single out, Broken. I want to see, some projects. I always tell, again, like I say, these artists is get them basic things out. Some performances. Have you performed though before? Like, big perform, not just like here, but like got on the card and performed. You know what I'm saying? Or some concerts, some little showcases, all of that.
I performed before, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well.
Especially in California.
Okay.
Yeah.
None out here, basically.
Not performed out here too, not too much, but not too much out here.
Okay, yeah. Well,
but California for sure.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, you probably need to throw some R&B showcases then, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah, we definitely are. We actually have Vibe Check Thursdays coming up, y'all.
Yeah.
And you doing big too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So we got some in South by Southwest too. We got some stages out there, so we will be having the packages for the artists as well.
Okay.
But we are gonna be doing a lot more R&B concerts, mini concerts, and like it's R&B, right? It's R&B. So we definitely gotta do some stuff, and we can talk about that too.
Yeah, man. No, that's very great though. That they gonna have to catch up on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
With the follow up, because we don't want to give them all the juice. The juice for sure. for sure they need to tap in, hear the new single. For sure they need to tap in 1SoundVibe Studios, recording studios, top 3 on Google, top 3 just period. In Texas, where I told Miss Diamond earlier, in the world. Not just the city, the world. But yeah, no, that, you can go ahead and give them your IG, everything.
So,
music, all that.
hey, make sure you follow the song, man. Broken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's look me up, Lafayette Taylor on Google or www.LafayetteTaylor.com. If you want to look up the studio, you go to www.1SVstudios.com. The entertainment company, www.1SoundVibeEnt.com. But you'll see all that if you just Google Lafayette Taylor at my knowledge panel. You'll get it all. You ain't got to look nowhere else. Music and all. Because you know why? It's that 1SoundVibe.
Hey man, say, nah, for real, tap in with bro, for sure. Like, and again, I appreciate you because as of just me coming around, you always for sure knowledge me up. You know what I'm saying? Input, all that type of stuff. Like, it's very genuine. You know what I'm saying? Energy.
And likewise.
For sure. You know, like, and having me involved, you know what I'm saying? I'll be feeling very welcome just in around just the 1SoundVibe ENT members. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it also. Last year, just having enough talk, being able to create and build, you know, at the 1SoundVibe Connection Studios. You know, now we got a lot of things ahead of us this 2026 here and just shit everywhere, though, you know. Like how you said, we just got to keep going. I tell you also, keep going. Make sure you're always feeding the mental health, you know what I'm saying, detoxing it. However, you know, they fully work. Keep doing your thing, man, because you're gonna get to that billion for sure. Like,
nah, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like I said, it's a blessing for you to even want to work with us and just be around.
Yeah, naturally. You know, when I first, when Miss Diamond first reached out to me when we first started this, when BB Management, Brittany first reached out, and it was all genuine connections for sure. You know, and it's crazy, it leads into, you know, connecting with you. It's crazy because I came here before to interview Cartier. Dang, what's bro name? What's his artist name?
Cartier the Muff.
Yeah, motherfucker, some guard or something like that. Yeah, and I interviewed him in B Studio in the back, and I didn't even notice, like how you said with the other spot, a lot of people connected there and didn't notice, but even with here, didn't even notice that. And look how it backtrack and lead to, man. It's fire.
Yeah, y'all wouldn't know a lot of platforms started at 1SoundVibe. You wouldn't even know about.
Facts, man. So that's accurate as hell with that part, yeah, man. But y'all tap in with bruh Lafayette Taylor, the artist, you know, the owner, the creator. Tap in 1SoundVibe, you know. Hey, shit. You got anything else there?
Hey, shout out once again. Enough talk. You already know what it is.
Hey, nah, for real. That's enough talk for them.